Stakeholders at the Made in India-Nigeria Business Forum have called for more investments in India and Nigeria's business cooperation to boost economic growth in the two countries. The stakeholders made the call in separate interviews with News Agency of Nigeria on the sidelines of the forum organized by the Indian High Commission in Abuja. Mr. Allen Onyema, Airpeace boss, said adequate investment in the airline sector would enhance business cooperation between both countries.
One expects that before now, there should have been air connectivity between Nigeria and India. So the federal government of Nigeria, we should be thankful to the federal government for making it possible for Airpeace, to fly the flag of Nigeria to India. This is the first time in so many years before any airline will fly into that country. We are going to provide direct connectivity to India. It's going to not only serve the Indo-Nigerian market here, but the entire West and Central Africa. And it's going to kind of create a kind of hub for Nigeria, whereby we use our other flights from other West and Central Africa, bring them to Nigeria, fly them out of Nigeria straight to Bombay, to Mumbai, direct flight, just 9 hours, and we're there. We are very ready. We are just waiting for the Indian side to give the final nod. The Nigerian government has done their part. We are waiting on India to give us the final permit.
For his part, Dr. Shabihul Hassan, the chairman of Hassan's Hospital, said investment in public and private health sectors would help to tackle issues about medical tourism. According to him, the burden of reducing medical tourism requires investment in health services, simultaneous effort on the part of government to do its best, and willingness of the private sector to complement the efforts.
So basically, the Nigerian private sector has to be boosted, and that is already happening. Big private hospitals are coming up, and I'm sure by the time the big private hospitals are many and they are capable of taking care of all those patients that are going outside the country, getting rid of medical tourism would be achieved. This cooperation is a universal thing. You see, there was a time when in India too, we had deficiencies in the health sector, and there were people across the world who came from the Indian diaspora in Europe, in the United States and many places. They returned home and they set up big private corporate hospitals, which boosted the health sector. It complemented the public sector to such an extent that while we were able to take care of our own patients within India, people from outside also started coming in. I believe the same thing is going to happen in Nigeria, and considering the old and good relationship between India and Nigeria, and that Nigeria and India have so many things in common. And the Indian doctors have worked in Nigeria in the 60s and 70s, so Indians are conversant with the culture here. It is easier for Indians and Nigerians to relate with each other. I'm sure a lot of the experience that we have had in India can also be brought here.